Gotta get a little mark so it's easy to blend. Ready?
Pray for me. Take my pain for me. Save my soul for me. Cause I'm alone to see. If I go die for you.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Neighbros podcast. We got Daudi on the phone. What's going on, Daud?
Nothing much. You know, in Calgary was nice, spring weather, but we just got hit again with snow.
Another.
It's just been a snow type of long winter.
What? Another snowstorm. That's crazy. That's messed up.
Another snowstorm in Calgary. You know, we're gonna get it. It's by the end of the weekend. It's gonna be like 15 to 20.
Oh,
like we just had a
man.
good, almost the whole week was like +5, almost hitting the 10.
Yeah.
And then Thursday we got hit, and then we're gonna get hit again Saturday. But you know what? We're taking it stride because we know spring is coming up. So stay positive. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I
Stay positive,
don't
be
know
you.
what's going on with Mother Nature right now, but it's all over the place. This weather.
Yeah.
How's
Well,
it in Ontario?
Ontario, know what? It's just been
it's just cold.
like -2.
It's just
so
cold.
It's been a steady -2 for the last week or so.
Yeah.
No snow. Like if it snows, it's like flurries, and then it just gets gone by like in a second. But other than that, it's been okay. It's been okay.
All right.
Wow.
But,
So wait, you guys in spring weather already?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost there. We're almost
Fall?
there. I'm just waiting for the positives.
I'm just waiting for the flip-flop weather.
Oh wow, that's like -1
Yeah.
for this guy over here.
And the hairy legs. What? So I don't think we know. My name's Riley. That's Nate. Daudi on the phone. Today we are talking about the NBA. How the Toronto Raptors are #1 in the Eastern Conference, and how they are
Number
not
uno.
getting enough coverage in the
Numero.
United States. Daudi, please tell us.
First off, I just want to say that transition from flip flops to NBA, perfect. I don't know how anyone could do it any better. I don't know how anyone could do it any better. Just
Hey,
solid hosting work. Right
What
there.
up? What up? Ryan Seacrest, bro. Ryan Seacrest. Let's go, bro.
But yeah, so what's going on? Like, what is
Yeah.
this?
So what do you think,
why,
Daudi?
why are the Raptors getting hate on right now?
Come on, man.
What is this?
Give me that
To
information.
be honest, I think part of it is also a Canadian problem because basketball has always looked like the other sport. I mean, I get it in the States with this, we're not shown more. I mean, and it's just been, except from probably the Vince Carter days, maybe Canada was given a little bit way more respect than it's given now. But let's be honest, guys. You have to, if you're watching TSN, and hey, I love hockey. I don't mind hockey.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a casual fan. But you're going to watch first, you're going to watch NHL highlights, and then the AHL, and then by the time it's midday, they show like 1 minute, 1 second Toronto highlights.
Yeah.
So first of all, the problem is in Canada, too. It's good. And you know what? It's sad to say, but basketball is a Canadian sport. It was invented in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah,
but we don't give it
James
that much
Naismith.
love.
Holler at you, James Naismith, for creating basketball.
James Bond, but we don't give it that much love. So people can get all mad, but let's be honest. At the end of the day, Canadians want to see their hockey highlights and not the NHL, the OHL before they see the NBA. So I think
Well-
that's one big problem.
well,
and
not-
I think
not
the second
anymore.
problem is, pardon me?
Not anymore, because before it was kind of like that, but now since the Raptors are in the playoffs a lot more, and Dwayne Casey is a true god, it's more like it's like NHL, NBA, and then everything else in between. Because it kind of
Well,
goes off
maybe
with the.
Toronto, because in Calgary, that's not the same thing.
Oh, really?
There's no coverage out there, eh?
There's no, like, I mean, there's only, I watch Global News, CTV,
Yeah.
Calgary. Yeah, they put the Raptors, they'll talk about it, but they'll go more
Really?
in depth about
Wow.
other NHL sports.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that. That is very interesting. Actually.
Yeah, because over here in the GTA Toronto area, like
It's-
they'll play.
Raptors are just like
Yeah.
the Maple Leafs.
It's right there. It's right at the top. Like it depends. Like obviously they're still gonna
Depends
play
on the
more
night.
hockey.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's always like hockey is like so prevalent in Canada, right? So they're
Yeah.
gonna play a lot more. But like the Raptors are up there now in the Toronto area. So I'm surprised. Like it's not like that everywhere in Canada.
But it's like it
Well,
kind of goes off
that's the
with like
thing.
the NBA, how the Raptors are not getting enough coverage because the states don't want the Raptors to be in the finals. It's kind of the similarity as the MLB. They didn't like a couple years back when the Blue Jays were pretty much in the semifinals, or the what is it,
ALSD or yeah, whatever.
DCLS,
Yeah, I
PRV.
don't know.
But
Word
regardless,
numbers.
it was the
I mean,
semifinals.
numbers.
Numbers. They weren't getting enough coverage because they're Canada's team. And even when they won the World Series 92-93, what's going on? The States were in shock. So I kind of, it feels like it's the same thing now, but for the Raptors.
Well, the thing is, the Raptors. Again, it's exciting to see the Raptors do so well. And you know what, people? I'd rather have them show. And you know, one thing I have to say, give credit to the Canadian broadcast is that when it's playoffs, you get to see more. I see a lot of Raptors games during the regular season, but when it's playoffs, a lot more people are involved in it. A lot more people care. So you know what? I'd rather have people not pay attention as much right now. I'd rather, if that's the argument, that's fine. Yeah. But you know what? If we go to the finals, they have no choice but to show the Raptors. Everywhere around the world.
Exactly.
So you know what? Hey, it's good.
But like that comes with every sport. Like as soon as the playoffs hit, you have all these bandwagoners that hopping on the train, right?
Go train.
They're not like diehard fans, but they're good for the sport, right? So like the more people you have coming in and supporting the team, like it just makes the city lively and it gets people involved, and it's great. But like you said, like it's not until the playoffs.
And that's what we need to focus on. You know what? If regular season doesn't matter, you don't win. You know what? It sounds good to be number one. Yeah. But you know what? If you're not first, you're last.
Exactly.
So I'd rather see the Raptors not just make the finals, but hopefully win it. But you know what? Unfortunately, I just don't see it. For me, if you're saying anybody coming out of the NBA, it's going to go between the Rockets or Warriors. I think that's where it's going to come down to. I just don't see anybody in the East winning it all.
Yeah.
I think in the West you have more depth. You have a lot of teams that can come out and actually win. The Timberwolves, you have the Rockets, you have the Warriors, and the Oklahoma Thunder.
Yeah.
Then the list goes on and on. The East, I mean, even the Boston Celtics have tried their best. They're leading, and with injuries, they've gone hill. The Raptors look good, but they just don't have that firepower. It's just going to basically be hard. So that's my trade. What do you guys think?
It's kind of where you're like, I agree. West is too packed. If you look at the East, look at Boston. The Celtics, they have like 6 or 7 players out, and they're Hayward, they're Kyrie, the big players. Mm-hmm. So I think it was a couple games ago they were playing, and it was strictly their bench players. Their number one guy was a rookie.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the East is very, very thin. Other than the Raptors, I know how that sounds biased, but look at the bench. The bench won their games.
You know what it is though? It is.
Like I know NBA, girl. I know
true.
NBA. What's that,
true.
girl?
Honestly, their bench is definitely the best in the league. Their bench is definitely the best in the league. Like you can't argue that at all. But I feel like
which bench is the best in the league?
The Raptors, 100% the best in the league.
Oh no way! Have you looked at the Rockets?
No, okay, yeah, but like it's
who ended the Rockets win streak?
With the Rockets, who's doing most of the work though? When James Harden is not on the floor,
they're
not scoring
killer.
as much.
Oh, he is insane.
Okay, fellas, do you have the search sheets right in front of you?
I have the standing. I got the standings.
Do some Google searches.
Okay.
Please Google Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson. Okay. First Google those names and see how much they're dropping off. Eric Gordon is a leading contestant coming from the sixth man, and look at his average percentage from the 3-point line. And this guy is just coming out of the bench. Gerald Green.
This is why the West is too good though. Because
Actually.
Yeah. Okay. Riley's got some stats. He's got some stats.
Stats center with Riley. There's the game, the 12th versus the Spurs. He went 0 for 7 from the field goal and 0 for 6 with 3-point. So what are you talking about, Daudi?
No, so the other night he went. His field goal percentage was horrible.
Which guy is this?
Eric
Gordon. But the thing is, I'm looking at it now.
But here, from a lawyer, you guys up, and this
before I lawyer you guys up.
Are you guys gonna define a person just on one game?
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say that Riley.
Really?
I got stir some shit up.
I was about to say that Riley was looking at one game stats. I see the one before that and the one after that is like ridiculous. Like he has like 30 points per game. I'm like, come on.
Well, that one game he had that 1 point, so like whatever.
But then he had like
he's garbage. Get that garbage out of here.
It's like saying Sidney Crosby has one bad game and everybody says he's terrible.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You're right. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Regardless how anybody feels about him, either you're pro Sidney Crosby or against Sidney Crosby. Regardless, this guy is probably going to be one of the greatest. But you can't just define someone one game. Come
Yeah,
on. But
yeah.
I
Come
give you
on,
one
man.
thing. The Toronto Raptors do, out of everybody, yes, the Raptors have the highest scoring bench. But what I'm saying is that when it comes down on the line, when you need a point, when you need a guy to make stops, I just want to say, can the Raptors give you that in a consistent basis? If it's Game 7, you're going down to the Rockets, to the Warriors, Game 6, and you need, DeRozan's dropped 20 points. Kyle Lowry's dropped 18 points. And then, you know what? You need someone to step up.
Yeah.
Do the Raptors have that
Van
someone?
Fleet.
And that's my question.
No, he's not gonna do anything. See, that was my only thing with the Raptors, because I understand how well they're playing right now. Their bench is playing well. They're all young guys coming up. They got something to prove. They're like DeRozan and Lowry are playing really well, but they're also getting a lot of rest because their bench is playing well, so they're not needed as much. But the thing is, it's a different story when you get to the playoffs, right? So can their bench perform the same as they are in the regular season?
They are
because
rookies
there's a lot,
too. A lot
yeah,
of
that's
them
the
are
thing. They're
rookies.
rookies, so like a lot of the pressure going into the playoffs as a rookie to perform the way they are right now in the regular season, I don't know if they can do that. They might be able to win the East because the East is weak right now with the Celtics being injured and LeBron and the Cavs.
Cavs, what
playing
are they? How
horrible.
many games back? They're
12 games back. Of
12
the Raptors.
games back.
They're just slipping.
My
They're
gosh.
slipping in the standings, right? They're 4th right now in the Eastern Conference. So it's just like I feel like the Raptors, they might be able to hold up in the playoffs when it comes to the Eastern Conference, but barely. And it all depends on their bench to see if they can perform the way they have been during the regular season. And again, like I said, they're rookies. Can they do that?
And that leads to my next
that's
question.
true.
Who do you think the Raptors should face? If you could pick, who do you think they should face in the first round?
Well, they're going to play.
To be honest, Riley, I think the Raptors can take anybody.
Yeah, in the East?
Yeah.
No question. In a 7-game series, no question, they're going to beat anybody.
Daudi, breaking news on my laptop here. I saw that Andrew Wiggins is upset because he's third in command, or he wants to be that guy with the ball, not Jimmy Butler, not Towns.
He wants to be a
even
LeBron
though
of his team. That's what he
but
wants.
Towns, my God, I know he's like the best, but I really like. I think I watched the game a couple days ago. I'm like, God damn, he is so good, Towns, and I can see why Andrew Wiggins is getting a little jelly. So, what do you think about that?
First of all, I know this is a family-rated show, but you know what? I have very strong feelings about Andrew Wiggins. First off, Andrew Wiggins is a punk-ass bitch. Here's why. This guy gets drafted really high. Jimmy Butler is down. Kyle Anthony is down. If there's any time to prove yourself your worth, this is where you go. You know what Andrew Wiggins does? He goes and plays Casper. You know where to be seen. You almost gotta fight him like Waldo. You can't see him on the court. He's afraid to catch the ball. He's afraid to shoot. And this is the thing about Andrew Wiggins. Last summer, the GM said, "Hey, before I send you to a big contract, do you think you're worth this big money? Can you step up when we need them?"
Mm-hmm.
And after Jimmy Butler went down, I'm not saying he played a great game Sunday against Golden State, but before that and even after that, Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be the next Kobe Bryant. He was supposed to be the next LeBron James. Even guys in the Olympics were like, "Wow, Andrew Wiggins." All I've seen from Andrew Wiggins is someone that looks at he deserves to be in an elementary basketball game. That's where he needs to play. He does not deserve to be in the NBA. Andrew Wiggins is a bust. I have not seen anything to say, and him to say that he's pissed that he's the third option.
Yeah.
If there's any better time, this is the time to lead your team. This is the time to take. You know what happens when it's not time? Andrew Wiggins is just busy touching his braids, doing his cornrows. That's where Andrew Wiggins is. Andrew Wiggins, I'm sorry, is you know what? He's not worth that $150 million contract, because he's not proven it, and he's been in the NBA quite a while. He has had some time to grow, adjust to the NBA game, and he's still come out short. I just don't think Andrew Wiggins is worth it. Honestly, he's not worth it.
So, you're saying he's a bust, right?
Yeah. I want to.
But what about Anthony Bennett?
Well, you know what? Anthony Bennett was just drafted too high. I think
Way too high. First.
I think if Anthony Bennett was drafted in the second league, Anthony Bennett would have been in the NBA at this point. He's a role player. He's that type of big guy.
He is such a role player.
The court, grab rebounds. He's not your number one, and that's unfortunately he got drafted way too high than what he should have been. But a guy like Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be the next LeBron James.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be the next, and that was the hype. Andrew Wiggins was the face of basketball.
Yeah.
Now, you don't even see Andrew Wiggins anywhere. Like, you almost have to Google Andrew Wiggins to find him. Like,
Yeah.
you can't.
He's acting more of a role player.
Exactly. This
Yeah.
is the time. Jimmy Butler is gone. Kyle Anthony Town is playing good, but he's not your number one. This is the time where Andrew Wiggins is like, hey fella, give me the ball.
Yeah.
But you know what? Andrew Wiggins is playing like Waldo. And I'm sorry, you're not worth that money. You
Playing
are
like
not
Waldo.
worth the talent.
Okay. If you were to choose between Andrew Wiggins
Mm-hmm.
and Andrea Bargnani of
Mr. Pasta.
Mr. Primo Pasta Sauce, who would you choose?
You know what? As much as I want to go with Andrew Bargnani, I still got to take Andrew Wiggins because Andrew Wiggins is still giving you 16, 17. Andrew Bargnani was injured. He spent more time in the Toronto hospital than the Toronto Air Center. You know? So, in all fairness, I'm not trying to mess with someone who's in the paramedics all day.
Yeah.
I need someone who's still in the court. So I'm going to go with Andrew Wiggins just on that basis.
Yeah,
But
no.
Yeah.
And look, Andrew Wiggins averaging 16, 17 points. That's fine.
Yeah.
But Andrew Wiggins is supposed to be a 25-point guy. He's supposed to be like your
He's
James,
supposed to,
like
yeah.
your
He's supposed to be like,
Houston.
yeah. He's supposed to be 25, 10, and 5, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what they thought he would be when he first came in the
Well,
league.
saying that, he's still young.
But
Really
but
young.
Take it in, like, because he was originally drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers,
Yeah.
Right?
And then he got traded
and
to...
then he got traded right away. So maybe Cleveland saw something. They're just like, oh, maybe like, because they did know LeBron was coming back. They didn't want to have like Andrew Wiggins there because he wouldn't be playing as many minutes and all that crap.
Right.
But maybe they knew. Maybe they knew that he wasn't gonna amount to as much as people thought he would. Right? You never know. That's the thing. So I don't know. But okay, so, who do you think's gonna make it to the finals this year? Who are your picks?
Riley, let's start with Riley.
Yeah, I'll start with Riley. Who are your picks? Who do you think's gonna make it?
I'm not trying to be biased here, but in
There's
the
no bias. It doesn't
in
matter.
the East, okay, let's do East final, and then I'll pick the final, East and West. So in the East, I see the finals Raptors, of course, and then honestly, I might have to go with the Cavs, basically just off the playoff experience and
You
how
know-
LeBron James can just carry a team.
Only thing wrong about that statement is right now the way the standings are set, they're going to be playing in the second round. They won't be playing in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, well,
So
fair.
yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? Whatever. I'll just go to the finals then.
yeah, just give me your top two picks, East and
all
West.
right.
Who's going to make it in the East? Who's going to make it in the West of the finals? Make it simple.
I say Golden State and Raptors.
You think so?
Well, because again, man, the Golden State Warriors, yeah, they're not having the greatest year, but Curry, Durant, this is where good players become great.
Clay,
What?
no, you just keep naming them. Clay Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Andre,
I think you're like, no, but yeah, I think you can't
Yeah.
go wrong with experience in the playoffs. That's huge. Because you can even, let's go to the NHL playoffs quickly. When the Kings, LA Kings won the cup, they were 8th seed.
Yeah.
And they went straight to the,
Hockey's a different story though.
but I'm just saying
Yeah,
generally
I know,
in sports,
yeah.
experience.
I have something good for that, though. But
Yeah.
keep on going.
But that's pretty much it. So Golden State and Raptors. What about you guys?
Nate?
Daudi, I'm gonna let you take this one. I know where I'm going with it. I just want to see your opinion. I might
Okay,
I might
alright.
have to rip on both y'all. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. But here's the thing. Going back to NHL, the one thing that's true, any team that wins the championship, the next year it's always tough.
Yep.
Because every team raises their level of play against you. The
Yep.
competition's always way more fierce. So it looks like the championship team is struggling, which it's not. What's happening is that everyone's just playing their best games. It's a little bit harder to win every single game. Now, so going to the NHL, the Kings, and I think that's the same thing with any sport, NFL, and you see that with the Patriots against the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles came out firing, like they didn't care.
No.
And it's hard. So I think with any team that wins the championship, it's always hard to repeat because everyone's just playing at their best. Everybody just wants to be the top dog.
Exactly.
But going to the NBA, you know what? Going to the NBA, I'm sorry. I really think the Rockets are a threat to the Warriors. But I'm gonna just break down some facts here.
Okay.
Chris Paul has yet to pass the second round in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's never passed the second round.
Yeah.
And you know what? Riley brought up a good point when saying that Eric Gordon. Yeah, that's one game, but I gotta say one thing about James Harden. Throughout his playoff career, ever since he's been in the Rockets, whenever he goes to the playoffs, he chokes. Same as last year with San Antonio. They almost could have won that series, and then they went back-to-back to games where he was just turning over the ball.
Yeah.
Like, big-time games, he has a problem showing up, and that's the same thing with Chris Paul. So I think Chris Paul will win you around a series, but James Harden may win you a game, and so, but moving further, I don't see it. So I'm going to go with the Warriors, because the Warriors, I know they're going to just turn it on. They're just going to turn it on. They have their vets. Right now, they're resting the guys. So you know what? The key thing is, so long as they're in the playoffs, then it's game over, and that's what I think is going to come out. In terms of the East, I gotta go with the Raptors because I'm sorry, Kyrie Irving looks like he really needs to go to the hospital really soon. I just don't see anybody. You know, I like the Greek Freak downstairs. I think they may be a team, an underdog team, and move to Eastern Finals, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
But I think the Raptors will come out. But if I just see the Warriors coming out, just bringing their best game because now they don't have to play every single 82 teams.
Yeah.
They can just focus on one round, and
Exactly.
that works even more for their favor. So I think the Warriors end up winning it all. That's the most safe place. But who knows? The Rockets this year could turn it around. So I'll leave it to you, Nate.
All right.
So what do you
So
think?
both of you are thinking Warriors, for the Western Conference, and you had Raptors also in the East.
Yeah.
All right, okay. This is where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start in the West.
Okay.
So
Wow.
So right now, if you look at the West, you have one dominant team right now in the West,
Yeah.
and that's Portland Trail Blazers.
I was stand
Right?
corrected.
So they're on a 11-game winning streak, and this is the perfect time to be on an 11-game winning streak because
Like
you're
the
hot
Raptors.
going into the playoffs. And if you can keep that momentum that you have right now, starting even if it's just the first two rounds, and you're just coming in hot and you're like sweeping teams right at the beginning, that goes to your head, and your confidence is going to be crazy high by the time you get to the Western Conference Finals. That being said, I would not choose the Trailblazers.
Whoa!
Because
Oh, come on. You can't start out.
You built them up and you tear them down.
I hype them up and tear them down, but like the only reason I'm saying it's not going to be them is because you have teams like the Warriors who are ridiculously stacked, and like you said, they're resting players already. That's the one thing I don't like about the NBA is the resting players, but they're resting players getting ready for the playoffs. And then you also have the Houston Rockets, who have been the best team, I think, all season, hands down, just because James Harden's probably going to be the MVP this year.
Probably.
No question.
Because his beard.
Right? So if I have to go with a team in the West, I'm going to stick with the Rockets because I feel like it's their year. Like they've been there the last couple of years coming up. They've struggled through the playoffs, but like they've acquired a couple players to help them along the way. And I feel like it's just their time. Like the Warriors have had enough. Like they've been in the finals, the last 3 years with the Cavs. That's a lot of basketball. That's a lot of basketball. They're probably going to get tired eventually. Even if they come out and they come out hard, I feel like it's going to catch up to them because
they're the only team at 72 wins.
73.
73, yeah.
73, right? So, but that was before Durant, but like still. So I'm going to take the Rockets in the West, and in the Eastern Conference, like I love my Raptors. So this one, I don't know. This one's tough. I can't.
If you say the wrong answer, you're about to get deported from Toronto. I tell you that.
Damn straight, and you're looking right at him.
Deported from Toronto.
Honestly,
you're looking right at him.
I'm not going against my Raptors. I'm keeping them on top. They're gonna win. They're gonna win the East. They're gonna go to the finals. It all depends on their bench, though. If their bench can play the way they have been all season long and continue the success they have in the playoffs, they're definitely gonna go far, and they can make the finals. The only reason, like I say, that there's no other competition for them is because the Cavs are like
crap.
horrible. Like
There's no mojo.
There-
Like, you
there's
look at the Raptors,
nothing.
Everything's tight knit. They know their roles and they're
Like-
playing to it.
Like all the memes. You got LeBron. He's playing. He's coaching, and he's the GM. Like this
Yeah.
guy's running the team, and he's not running it. He's not running it well because he's causing all this controversy between him and Tyronn Lue. Like you see the other day, they're both yelling at each other on the bench because like they just can't come up with a win, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the chemistry on that team is just so bad that they're not gonna do anything in the playoffs this year. And with the Celtics, they're injured.
That's
Hands
it.
down.
And they're not that deep. They're not
No.
deep. They're starting five, dope,
All-
good.
yeah.
But once like the first five are gone, like they have nothing.
Yeah, no.
They have the D League.
Like they don't have much, and it shows because they've been losing a lot in the last 20 games. They haven't been that great. Right now they're 6-4, I think, on the last 10. So
But you know what? You know what's underrated to go off the Raptors bench? Miles.
CJ Miles.
Oh, yeah.
CJ Miles
Shooting
is
well from the booth,
yeah, he's very underrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just with
you
his
know what?
threes and to be on the bench with the young kids.
Oh yeah. 100%. Like, he's that veteran presence they need.
Yeah.
And he can hit the tray. Yo, in the corner, wherever you put him, he's gonna
So
hit the tray.
I think, Daddy, you
But
asked.
you know what? I got one thing to say. I got a rebuttal against Nate Spink. And I completely agree with Nate in terms of the Rockets, but there's two factors about the Rockets that we cannot ignore.
Yeah.
Number one, their coach, Mike D'Antoni. If you guys are familiar with Mike D'Antoni,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
coached
The
one
Knicks,
of our
the
greatest basketball players,
Yeah.
Steve Nash, and they made their runs to the end. And the Phoenix Suns were a great team basketball.
Yeah.
They're a great team, but guess what? One of the problems was defense. They couldn't make stops. They could throw up the points, and the Rockets team looks similar to the Phoenix team. It's just that this Rockets team is just throwing. The NBA game has changed to where now you can throw up more free points. But the thing is, with Mike D'Antoni's team, and it's always been a problem, even with Steve Nash's era, is that the furthest they'll go is to the Western Conference Finals, but never further. Why? Is that defense was a huge problem. But
Yeah.
this goes to the same thing for Rockets. When they need to, it's fine and dandy. I believe that this could be their year, and I really think maybe this is the year they could take out the Warriors. But here's the thing: you need to make stops in the playoffs. The playoffs are a different game. You can't just run up
totally
and
different.
shoot. You need to make stops.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike D'Antoni is not good. Has seemed to not being good in those type of pressure situations. He can get you score up a draw board and put up points, but when it comes to make stops, he struggles. And I think that's one huge Achilles that they've yet to address. And another thing too is that the Rockets have been playing well since the All-Star game and even now.
Yeah.
But don't forget the playoffs. Like you don't have to put all your energy in the regular season and then come up poof when the postseason comes. And those are my two hugest concerns. It's the coaching. Mike D'Antoni, it looks really good. It's too good to believe. But I'm telling you, his defense has been a problem. You've seen that with the Steve Nash era. You've seen that last year. I'm not saying it can't change, but I'm saying for this year they're not really good at defense either.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go to a Game 7 series like a Portland Trailblazers or
Do you want to know another reason why I'm saying the Rockets will make it to the finals? Is because I think the Warriors are going to be taken out by the Trailblazers.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's
wow.
why I don't think it's gonna be a Houston Golden State Western Conference final.
Really?
I don't think at all because the last two games the Trailblazers have beaten the Warriors.
But that's regular season. You can't count regular
I know,
season.
but do you know what that
point.
does? Do you know what that does to someone's mentality
Psyche.
when they come in and they have to play this team that keeps beating them?
But why are they beating them? They've always beaten them at Trail. Don't forget the Warriors have the best road record. And if you look at whoever wins the NBA Finals, for the most part, most teams that win the NBA championships have good road record wins.
Yeah.
Sorry. And the thing is, this is the thing that the beating the Warriors at their home. Anybody can beat your Palace. But can you go and beat them? And if it's a 7-game series, all I need to do is just win home court games.
Yeah.
So what if I lose away games, road games? But if it comes back to Game 7, are you going to tell me, you're going to have the Draymond, you're going to have Klay Thompson, you're going to have KD, you're going to have Steph Curry, you're going to have the Nick Young. Are you going to come out? Like, I see where you're coming from, but the thing is, the Warriors have still the best road record.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The Rockets don't even have a good road record. And you're trying to tell me they're going to go in someone's house and beat them in the finals? That's scary to me.
Rockets' road record is better than the Warriors, though.
Oh, wow, never mind. I thought it was the Rockets.
I'm just looking.
No,
I'm
my
just.
mistake. What's
I'm just-
the record now?
The Rockets' away record is 27-8, and Warriors is 25-9.
Oh, okay. 2 games. So the Rockets have caught up. So there you go. So never mind.
They're still both good teams away. Like they have less than double-digit losses on away games, right? But it's I don't know. The West is tough. The West is a tough one. Like you can't really call it. You basically have 3, maybe 4 teams if you put OKC in there, but I wouldn't really put OKC in there that can possibly come out of the West, right? So I don't know. But the East I feel like it's set in stone.
Yeah.
You got Canada's team.
You got Celtics that are 5 games back from the
Drake
Raptors.
better be out in the game.
You got Canada's
I don't
team.
Drake in Miami.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
for sure. You got Canada's team going at it. You know they're gonna win it. They're gonna take it. They're going all the way to the finals.
And you go get Jack Armstrong. Say, get that garbage out of here.
Get that garbage out of here.
Garbage out of here.
But you know what? I agree with you, Nate.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets could go to the finals. I really do. But
It's a possibility.
You know what? It comes down to defense.
If there's no wrong choice in the matter. Like Golden State, Houston, you got 2 teams that could do it, and can do it. But I guess we'll see. We'll find out.
There's only one way to find out, and it's to watch the NBA playoffs and see how it unfolds.
Watch it on TNT with Shaq and
Shaq
Charles
Hawkins.
Barkley.
So on that note, any final words for this
Final
episode
words:
6?
the Raptors are gonna take it all. They're gonna go sweep every single team in the playoffs, and that's it. That's all. The 6, what's good? You
Down
know what
Front
it is.
Street.
God's plan.
God's plan. Yo, imagine if that actually if the Raptors do win or go to the finals.
God, that'd be
Imagine
crazy.
Drake.
Woo, that party's gonna be.
One sip goes.
That's-
Woo!
that-
He's gonna fund
Did you hear his
everything.
announcement?
That party's gonna be lit.
He's gonna fund everything.
Yeah.
And
Did you hear his announcement? I thought his album was finished, but I guess not. Yeah.
Man, this guy's always hyping up. This guy's always hyping up shit.
that's his job.
That's his job.
That's his job.
I don't want to get back into this with
Anyways,
Drake.
I
don't wanna get back
think
in.
that's
Let's-
another idea for a different podcast.
Let's go
Dowdy, anything you
Raptors.
want to say?
Let's go Raptors.
Well, you know what? I think when it comes to NBA playoffs, I really hate to say it. And people in Toronto are going to get mad. But it's going to come down to the West. I think that West is going to have 4 more
I think we
action.
all.
Because in the West, if you lose one game, you can drop from 3rd seed to 8th seed right now, right away.
Yeah.
So I think in the West, I hate to say it, people can get mad. But the West is going to be a lot more entertaining to watch because that's where the playoffs is going to be.
Exactly.
And the East is just going to be like preseason.
Yeah.
And then by the time the West is over, I think the NBA Finals, for me, I just want to see what happens in the West. And then when it goes to the NBA Finals, I just probably won't care as much.
Yeah.
But I think for me, anybody can come out of the West. Any team can come on. I think that's where it's going to be.
Oh, hey, but we're all Canadians, so if the Raptors make it to the finals, that's cool. It's okay if they lose,
Hey.
Hey, it's okay if we lose.
Hey.
We tried our best.
All right.
Oh, I'm tired of. We gotta talk about that. I am tired of trying our best. You're either in it to win. This is why Americans win.
We'll save that one. We'll save that one for another podcast.
Yeah.
We'll talk about how Canadian everyone is and why we're so nice and all that, But the good idea for next podcast. That being said, that is it for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Neighbros podcast. Neighbros Nation in the building.
Hey, and then our song of the week that we chose for today's podcast is actually Daudi's idea. His favorite song, I could say.
Is your favorite song?
Is there a
Yes,
favorite?
it is.
Yeah, it is. We all know it is The Weeknd.
Pray for me.
Pray for me off of the Black Panther soundtrack. Shout that out. If you guys want to know what you want to hear as a song of the week, please let us know down in the description
in the comments down below.
And in the description down below, we have all our social medias. Contact us, follow us, love us. We'll love you.
That being said,
That being said,
I think that's it.
See
Take
you
it
later.
easy.
Deuces.
Peace.